The Green Lantern Blackstars issue 2 heads to Overmaster 1, where Beelzebeth asks how Hal's trip to Earth went, knowing he met with the Kryptonian immigrant Superman. Hal says that there was a time where robbing banks in animal masks had its place, but nowadays crime changed the status quo and it led to people trying to break the Batman, leading to him needing more protection than Gotham itself, even being replaced on a regular basis. Hal wants to talk about the planet's problems, but she says that all of its troubles will be over soon. Batman meanwhile deals with another apocalypse in Gotham as Hal is confronted by Superman, who says that maybe he was right to jump ship. Superman says that things are a mess on Earth, but before they deal with any of it, they have to deal with the superhero mental health issues. Even Wonder Woman has gone rogue and become more violent, and she's in search for something meaningful in her life, and Hal wonders if she found it, and someone needs to take responsibility for what is happening to Earth. Superman says that the Justice League are, but they are also dealing with the ever-growing, more primordial cosmic super non-entities, and every month there is an attack from a region in space known as the Depressoverse. Superman begins to trail off his words, speaking in broken sentences, and Hal says that he doesn't have to do that, but Superman says that that's how it is now, and every day something bad happens and someone dies, and he completely understands why his son would want to join the Blackstars. Superman says that they found Sun Eaters and controllers to preserve their way of life, and he won't lose his son to Mu's doctrines. Hal understands, since he knows Clark wants John to endure one pointless catastrophe after another, and wants to know which Superman he's even talking to, since when he left Earth, Clark was still wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and knows history on Earth is constantly being changed, but the Blackstars want to make something absolute and eternal here. Superman says that he turned his back on his homeworld when Hal and his Blackstars refused to fight the Sun Eaters the first time. As they fly towards Earth, Superman asks if the Blackstars have anything to do with the sun turning orange, since it's making his powers weaker, but Hal thinks that it's thanks to the Sun Eater attack, and Superman should go inside and kickstart the sun. Arriving at the Hall of Justice, they find John saying goodbye to Damian as Hal meets with them, learning from John Stewart that the people don't want to be part of the Blackstars. However, Superboy says that he's sick of his father fighting the same bad guys over and over again. Hal says that he feels the same way, but Clark allegedly feels like he knows what's best for his son. Clark tells Hal to stay out of his business, but John wants to go with the Blackstars. Clark angrily tells Hal that he knows he's trying to spread their ideology, and he wants him and his people to leave, since if they come within 10 light years of Superboy, it will be all-out war. Hal, John, and Jessica leave, and later, Hal reports to Beelzebeth, telling her that they are locked in a cycle of self-destruction on Earth and don't want to escape. The alien vampire wants to know when she can consume them all, while on Earth, Batman gives in to the Depressoverse version of himself, Batmanson, who comes to take his place in Gotham. Hal asks Beelzebeth why Earth is so important to her, but she instead confronts the other Blackstars, who seem to be talking in defiance of Controller Mu. She learns Mongol is not ready for missionary work and he's a loose cannon, and Jessica wonders why they haven't heard from Mu since the last Winter Blossom on Oa, but Beelzebeth reveals that their god has taken a vow of withdrawal. She tells Mag Max that Mongol is Mu's will made into flesh, and he will continue his work. She tells them the story about Vor, the planet of the vampires, where she was a 600-year-old child bride to be married to a 10,000-year-old vampire named Vorlok, who was infamous for having an appetite that knew no bounds. Beelzebeth longed to prove him wrong, but found no flaw in the aged vampire's words. That is until her grandmother suggested that she murder the old fool, and Beelzebeth tried over and over, but was forced to wait out Vor's nobility cycle, as Vorlok begun his metamorphosis into a 15,000-mile-long cloud of sun-devouring greed. Beelzebeth selected Vorlok's first young star for him to consume, knowing it was unstable, which caused her betrothed to be killed in a supernova suicide when he tried to eat the star, proving once and for all that his appetite was not boundless. In the present, Beelzebeth says that Earth took her father from her and then her grandmother since Superman murdered her, hence why she wants to devour the planet. Hal wonders if he should be worried about their upcoming nuptials thanks to her story about Vorlok, but the vampire says her story isn't over yet, revealing the vampires of Vor fear one thing: controllers, as they harvested the vampires to create their star killers. Belzebeth fought the controllers, but soon her army fled, cowardly leaving her to be taken by the controllers. However, Mu the renegade soon found her broken body, healing her and giving her whole planets to feed on, an act of kindness that caused Belzebeth to dedicate her life to Mu's cause. Hal wants to know why he was chosen, and the vampire says that a Blackstar wedding is a merger of souls with purpose and a way to become unstoppable. She tells Hal that she will meet him on Oa where Mu is, leaving Hal to go and meet with the cosmic gods they recruited recently, with Beelzebeth giving them some important work. On Vardu, Blackstar, Mongol and the others subjugate the people in Mu's name, but Mongol gets out of control, killing some of the people when they rebel. Hal and Belzebeth meanwhile meet with Mu on Oa, beginning the marriage ceremony of the two Blackstars. Mongol kills Magmex for interfering in his work, but soon realizes what he has done as the volcanic alien explodes. On Oa, Mu and his people all die, and Hal learns that they have ascended and someone must direct the Blackstars in the wake of this catastrophe, and Mu's last wish was for them to pacify the universe together. Hal demands that Belzebeth tell him what actually happened, and learns that Mu's consciousness was burning through the bodies faster than they could clone them, and for the good of the movement, Belzebeth had to kill the old man. She picks up Hal's old Green Lantern ring, and Hal realizes that there was indeed a universe before this one, but the alien vampire says there isn't, since it was raised and they supplanted it with the one he made in the Miracle Machine. She intends to eat Earth, and Hal will not stand in their way, but suddenly Superman's voice is heard, saying that they are surrounded. Belzebeth wants to know what Hal has done, and he reveals he couldn't let his homeworld be destroyed, so he brought Superboy to him, beginning the war Superman warned him of. The Green Lantern Blackstars issue 2 was an utterly fantastic issue that not only dived deeper into these characters Morrison is writing, like Belzebeth and her history, but also put the whole current state of DC Comics on blast, showing just how messed up things have gotten under people like King writing Batman like a weirdo and repeating the same stories over again, thinking they're new, and Bendis causing Superman to act like a mentally challenged person. Even Morrison himself wasn't left out, with hilarious references to his all-star Superman work, which I thought was pretty funny. I really enjoyed this fascinating look into the universe through the lens of a veteran writer like Morrison, and how he tied it in very nicely with his story of a changed Earth and reality. I'm very excited for the final issue of this miniseries and how Hal will escape this world and back to the proper DC universe in time for the Green Lantern Season 2. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.